and welcome, Lynx here, and we are diving into the dumpster known as Sweet Fruitcake. Wednesday, the day when a lot is supposed to happen. Let's see if this will be interesting or annoying. Are you in your hazmat suit? I hope you are. Let's do it. The buzzing alarm clock woke me up right on time. I rolled out of bed and grabbed my things from all over the floor, like a scalded cat. Without stopping even for a second, I skillfully put my clothes on, gradually moving towards the exit until I finally slammed the front door behind me. Well, that's definitely not what I would do. But unfortunately, main character of this game prefers to be dirty all the time. How can you start the day without a shower? I don't get it. I understand skipping breakfast, it can happen. But not taking a shower? Unforgivable. The clock showed 6 in the morning. Dude, what's the rush? My god, you have like 2 hours minimum. What an idiot. Which I soon felt sorry for, because the school opened at 7. Oh my god, what a fucking... What an idiot, what an idiot. Why are you playing like a... Why is DMC such a dumbass? Why can't he be just a dance protagonist? No, he has to be a dumbass, complete dumbass. A piece of shit in general, by the way, in case you don't know. I will not be explaining this. Check out the previous episodes, you'll understand. 1 hour later, exactly on time, my gang arrived.
I'd never ever woken up this early.
Heh, you're lucky. I have to wake up this early every weekend because we go out. What the fuck is that? Because we go out to the countryside with my family. I haven't slept at all. I'm not a fan of your plan, guys.
You should be grateful that Stu has found the real rat fatty, because otherwise you'll be facing pretty dire consequences.
I did it.
Okay, enough chit chat. Places, everyone, Alex and I are going to the lab. Georgie, standing guard. Vlad will be waiting for us in the cellar. Here's the key, Vlad.
I don't wanna know what you had to kill to get these keys.
I winked at Alex in hopes that my friendly attitude would ease his mind. I bet it wouldn't. I mean... Somehow the corridors are already full anyway. Vlad clumsily headed towards the stairwell, and the 3 of us went to the chemistry lab.
Hurry up before anyone sees you. I'm gonna step back a little further away so as not to attract your guests' attention.
Georgie stayed in the hallway. Alex and I went inside the lab. Go hide over there, man. I'll give you a sign when it's the right time.
What sign?
We need a signal. Alright, when Tacos I will yell, alarm!
What's that supposed to mean?
It's an old military command. No, it's not.
Damn, what a nerd. Alright, I'll be going.
Off you go. I thought to myself, trying to collect my thoughts and plan my further actions. Before I knew it, someone appeared at the door. Come on in, please. I've said trying to sound casual in case someone else was behind the door.
Alright.
Stan said, smirking and quietly closing the door behind him.
Why'd you call me, and why didn't you tell me about this meeting yourself, and instead making your idiot friend do it?
Let the fool speak, and he'll immediately tell you everything you need to hear. I instantly pictured Alex, enjoying hearing such flattering words and looking forward to meeting Stan. I wanted to apologize to you, but I didn't know if you wanted to be exposed while you were following me. That's why I asked your friends to help me.
Well, what an artfully executed plan. Okay, I'm here. You may now get on your knees now and beg for forgiveness.
Right. In a second. I want to tell you that I'm out of the game. You can have the ring. Stan's eyes lit up. He looked like now he was about to get on his knees and start kissing my feet. A mere second later the flame blew out, and his eyes became dark and gloomy again.
Just like that.
I'm not interested anymore. It was important not to mention the principal's name. That would make Alex curious. Ha! Stan burst out in lively laughter.
You're trying to play me?
I took the ring off.
You? Are you serious?
Dead serious. Here, you can take it. This unlucky wizard was surprised to see my real appearance. Stunned by what I did, he took his time in making a decision. Stan slowly reached for the ring that I was holding in the palm of my hand. But the moment his finger almost reached the ring, I've clenched my fist.
Hey, what is this game you've been playing?
You've earned it, Stan.
Exactly, so give it to me.
But before I give it to you, I want to make sure you're worthy. Did you know that Vic might get expelled because of you?
What Vic?
The hall monitor. She covered for us when Georgie and I had our fight.
Ah, that chick. Like I've said, she was getting in my way, so I've asked the principal to expel her. And so now what? You're gonna be all sad because of some girl? Trust me, when I get the ring, you won't be forgotten.
There was a noise. It seems that Alex was getting angry and impatient. Well then, do me another favor.
What favor?
Pass me that bulb. My finger was pointing behind Stan's back. He turned around, but quite predictably he didn't see anything. These 1.5 seconds were enough for me to distract him and put the ring back on. And?
What the hell?
Alarm! I screamed at the top of my lungs. I don't really know why I would scream. You were in the same freaking room. At the same moment, Alex appeared behind Stan. My friend tackled him, spitting out indecipherable swear words. Probably nothing creative. I didn't understand a single word he was saying, but I understood perfectly well what he was talking about. Stan was stunned with fear and didn't move. All he had to do is do a little step to the side, and that way the MC would get knocked down, but...
He's done.
Alright, thanks for help.
No, thank you. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. Honestly, up until the very last moment, I wasn't sure that this guy was the one.
It's fine, Alex. No harm done. Just help me carry him. He's so heavy for such a skinny bastard.
Oh, that's because he's full of shite.
That means the MC is like completely heavyweight. Alex snorted while trying to help me lift Stan up.
Bad news.
Alex and I exchanged looks.
Still, you have to exclude yourself from the operation.
What? What?
Well, you shouldn't have yelled that loud. Lisa is waiting for you behind the door, and she's demanding answers. You need to distract her, otherwise you won't be able to get this jerk out of the lab. And we can't leave her here, because we have chemistry for our second period.
Yeah. Fine, but don't do anything without me.
We'll see, heh?
No, you will see now. Come on, Alex, keep this under control.
Don't worry about it. I'll handle this. Go talk to Lisa.
Okay, that music can like tune down. It's nothing is happening anymore.
What the hell took you so long?
Lisa?
What is it? Did I forget to put my makeup on? Why asking me if it's me? What are you doing here anyway?
That's a lot of questions coming from someone who's been looking for me for some reason. What's wrong, Lisa?
Ah, right. Come with me. I'll tell you.
I'm not going to with you. Right, let's go. To be fair. Oh, yes. Peace and quiet. I like this music here, though. Not gonna lie. Do we really have to go with her? Right, let's go. Let's go. Sure. Maybe that will allow them to go without problem, right? I guess. Because I assume we are next to the classroom. Let's go. Let's go. And not because I decided to. I agreed and followed the girl.
Matilda, Alice and I would like to clarify some things, if you don't mind, that is.
I do. I said decidedly, recalling their conversation in the bathroom.
Alright, well, in that case, leave me no choice. You will have to come with me, Stu, whether you like it or not.
Lisa said with a sigh. I took a step back, even though Lisa is not an MMA champion. The last time someone tried to convince me to do something, I ended up with a headache and a lump at the back of my head. You never take no for an answer, do you?
Well, you see, normally I wouldn't have insisted, but in this situation...
That's funny, I don't see it that way. So, I will leave.
Matilda, Alice.
I mean, it's real easy clap. I mean, by that I mean easy runaway. Easy. The girls looked around me and stood behind my back.
So what do we have here?
Her voice and dual facial expression was making me nervous.
I'm sorry, Stu, but the truth was bound to come out sooner or later. I sincerely hope that this is a misunderstanding, even though I don't see how that's possible. What are you talking about?
Matilda grabbed me and put me over her shoulder. Hey, what the hell? But she kept on walking, and the tremendous weight of my body didn't slow her down at the slightest.
Comrades, help! I'm being kidnapped!
Come on, stop screaming. It's not like we're taking you to the slaughterhouse.
I would not complain if he was taken there.
Let go! I don't want to go anywhere! This is an assault on my freedom!
I don't feel right about this, Matilda. It's gone too far. Maybe we should let him go.
No way, we have a mission. We need to do it.
I was trying to get out of Matilda's hold, but it was no use. She was holding on to me pretty tight. What?
Alright, we're here. Stop whining.
I don't...
You've turned the whole school upside down.
And whose fault is that?
I've checked. No one is here. No one's going to bother us.
Lisa looked over to her accomplices.
Well, what can I say? He screams like a girl.
As expected of this MC. Matilda licked her lips. And he's beautiful like a girl. No, he's ugly. Like an ugly bastard. You know what I mean. Alice touched her lips with her index finger.
And just as sweet.
Bullshit. What the hell is up with these girls? Their mood changes quicker than I managed to make a decision. Okay, you wanted to ask something? Ask now, I need to go. Alice's cheek became indecently rose. Lisa continued to look at her classmates embarrassingly. Matilda kept staring at the ceiling and moaning. What's wrong with you? Hey, I'm waiting here, stop talking.
That makes sense. Alright, Matilda, you've started this. You need to explain this to him. Well, I mean, it's better if you do it. You are better at this. Alice is the one who is better at this.
My neighbor seemed very surprised.
No. I can't go first. Why? This has to be done, so it doesn't matter who goes first. Yeah, that's right. What does matter who goes first, Matilda? Cowards! Fine, I'll start.
Suddenly Lisa extended her hand to stop Alice.
No way! I'll go first.
Alice stepped back and climbed back into her mental cocoon of self-consciousness. Lisa stepped forward. The girl began taking off her jacket slowly, hands trembling. Suddenly she froze. What the hell?
Come on, move it. Well then, stop bothering me.
What the fuck is going on? Why is she unbuttoning her shirt?
Damn it!
Matilda and Alice started whispering. Lisa, what are you doing? She looked over at Matilda.
Don't lose focus, go on.
It's not like I was against that, but it just felt weird. The things that were happening were so amazing and unexpected that they made me feel embarrassed, stunned, and terribly awkward. My whole body was covered in goosebumps. The feeling of shame made it hard to breathe. I was about to close my eyes. That's all the MC is saying. I don't understand how this jackass is in this situation for. It's so ridiculous. Okay, all the buttons were unbuttoned. Just the Lingeria left.
So to think.
Who is she talking to, me? Lisa arched her eyebrows. She looked angry.
Don't you like it?
I was in a state of deep shock. I wasn't able to say a word. Matilda and Alice had no reaction to what was happening. On the contrary, they were staring at me with curiosity. Apparently, they were also interested in the answer to the question asked. As expected, was Serge in this situation. Again, as expected, he's not capable of saying a single word. That fucking mongrel. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't say anything. I just hummed. I was paralyzed. As expected of Serge.
Alright, meat means that I should join in.
Matilda was smiling as she started taking off her clothes. A moment later, two women were standing in front of me. Sexy bodies. Amazing.
So?
Hey?
Can you answer now?
I shook my head. No. Now all I had to do was guess what those crazy exhibitionists were up to. Matilda and Lisa immediately gazed at Alice, who was blushing with shame. Apparently, they expected her to do the same. Please, actually don't.
Isn't it a bit chilly in here? Believe me, when you get to the state we are, that will be the least of your worries. Alright.
Alice quickly took off her clothes, being modest as always. She did so awkwardly, as she was doing it for the first time in her life. However, the view was above all praise. Probably not. No, it was not.
Alright, I'm ready.
Now there were three girls standing in front of me in their lingerie alone. The silence was heating up the situation. I looked around scaredly, waiting for someone else to show up and say that all of this was just a joke. It's just a joke. But no, nothing else was happening. The girls were devouring me with their eyes. Matilda took a step forward, then Lisa, and then Alice. To be fair, this would be a perfect situation to run away, to deal with our other business, but yeah, I mean, if I had the choice, I would do that with the MC, because he doesn't deserve this view. What are they up to?
So what, are you planning on answering? What do you think? Do you like what you see? How do you feel?
Lisa winked. Apparently she decided not to wait for the answer and started pulling off some strings.
No!
Enough! I closed my eyes and covered them with my hands. What the hell are you doing?
I knew it! Wait, it's too early to call it! Come on, can't you see? It's obvious! I'm afraid that this time Matilda is right.
I opened my eyes a little bit and looked at the girls through my fingers. Almost... No, they are in the same state as before. You... Of course the answer to that question, Serge, is no. Who would want you? You're absolute retard.
You fool! Well, that piece I shouldn't have brought. No, of course not, Stu. Who would want you? You dumb bass. We just want to know whether you're gay or not.
Stu, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he was. Yeah.
What? What made you think that? It's time to come clean.
Lisa and Alice nodded.
I'm sure you've noticed too that we are trying to get you into that sass, huh? Have a little respect. Well, at least I'm a decent girl and I don't want to indulge you, so actually, I'd like to know if your advances at us are sincere or...
What advances? I'm doing everything so he doesn't end up with any of you because he's trash. This garbage of a person does not deserve any of you. What the hell, girl?
What's your deal anyway? Are you planning on going out with someone or what? Yeah, I'd like to know. I mean, well, I should like you. I don't seem to be fighting your feelings there. Yeah, it's like you're waiting for something. You're scared for someone who's surrounded by girls who like him. You're too shy and extremely slow. That's suspicious.
No, he's just garbage. We are not allowing him to be with anyone.
Yeah, and you didn't show much enthusiasm about our bodies. You look kind of anxious, and that's not what you expect from a real guy, hubby.
You've got him. Serge is not a real guy.
Yeah.
Alice lowered her head.
And when we were about to get completely... you closed your eyes. What was that about? I was ashamed. I closed my eyes because I was ashamed.
The girls looked at each other and opened their mouths with terror.
For real?
Sure, what do you expect? That I would immediately turn into an animal and have intercourse with you? I was trying to be polite.
Well, you looked for a long time. Well, that it just means that I'm not that polite.
The girls shared a look.
So what does that even mean? Did I pass the test?
What test? What the fuck are you talking about? Matilda walked over to me and slapped me across the face. Yes!
Asshole! You could have told us earlier.
Told what?
How was I supposed to know? That was all your idea, not mine.
Oof. I was afraid this was all about my true identity. I mean, it is. The girls quickly put their clothes back on. There's just one
thing that's still bothering me. What do you have in common with the guy that studied here before you?
What guy?
Don't play dumb with us, we're talking about Serge, and you know it.
I have nothing in common with him. I don't even know him.
Are you sure?
Matilda kept staring at me.
What are you getting at? But even if I did know him, what does that even matter? So you know him? No! Well, that's great. We're getting worried. Worried about what? Stuff. Try not to get offended by this.
I demand an explanation.
Matilda thought you were acting too weird when it came to him. She caught you coming out of his house and you denied that you knew him.
Huh?
We look at the facts, your relationships with the girls, the fact that you don't have a girlfriend, and the male friend you're acting suspicious about. They decided that you and him were secret lovers and that in fact Serge doesn't show up at school for 3 days because he's secretly dating you and so... Your secret would have been revealed instantly.
It's been more than 3 days in the game. I started laughing and couldn't stop for a whole minute. The girls, without interrupting my psychotic episode at all, kept listening in silence. I'm not going to pretend that I'm doing that, okay? Imagine. I've never heard anything more idiotic. Why do you say that, Serge? I wouldn't be surprised. If this is how women's logic works, how do you survive in the real world at all? How do you, Serge, survive in the real world? I mean, that's a puzzle nobody will ever find an answer to. The girls were silent. You girls have quite an imagination. All you had to do was ask me. You didn't have to stick your breast in my face, although, of course, I was pleasantly surprised by that. Alice sighed with overwhelming embarrassment, and at some point her eyes started to water. I turned my eyes to Matilda. So who is the pervert now, huh?
I had nothing to do with it. Matilda's theory was too convincing. I'm sorry, Stu. I was too quick to jump to conclusions. I'm sorry. I tried to get them to change their minds. Ah, would you look at that? Admit it, you were so totally into it. That's not true. Not true.
I'm happy that we have resolved this peacefully, and I'm happy you don't suspect me of anything else.
Well, not really. You're listed as a living, non-existent address in your files. Otherwise, since we're still playing detective here...
Oh my god.
What?
Is it really so hard to use an address that exists when forging documents? You're a school principal after all, old man.
What makes you think it doesn't exist? My dad told me. Well, that's more interesting.
You need to think quick, man. They will figure this out now. So, about my address. Yeah, it's just a technical error. I went to the principal already and he fixed it.
And why the hell do you need my address for anyway?
Lisa shyly looked away. Alice, with her lips pressed, mustered up the courage to say something. After taking a deep breath, she almost suffocated from the overflowing oxygen in her lungs and quietly exhaled it out.
Stu! Darling?
Huh? That made Matilda switch, but she did not interrupt her friend.
You'll have to forgive us for this, just that for some reason, each of us has decided that you like us. We probably didn't have a reason to think that, but just to be sure, you have to come forward with either a refutation or an agreement.
Alice is right.
I agree.
Alice was a little upset, which was shocking. It won't go away. I have to deal with it, or they will decide my fate for me. And I cannot vote against everyone now. The consequences will be too trying. Why not? Allow me to vote against. I don't want to have any of those girls.
Yes, Stu, you cannot keep chasing after the three of us, otherwise we'll chase you, and you'll see what we're capable of.
Do I have to choose now? The girls didn't answer. They clearly were impressed by this situation. Each of them, including Alice, didn't see themselves as a participant in a fiancé contest, and definitely weren't planning. Really? Ugh, on begging me to choose them. We parted in silence as if nothing had happened. Now I wasn't sure if I should do anything at all, because whatever I could do ends in a total fiasco.
Hey boss, the guys asked me to tell you that Grandma is here.
What grandma, man? Lat leaned over to me and started whispering.
Well, that guy, that rat, we moved him to the cellar, that's it. The guys were asking when are you planning to punish him?
That's an interesting question. After the trial, I suppose.
Should I tell them that?
Yeah, you should. Vlad started walking away. Give Vlad credit. Ignore. I mean, does it matter? I mean, to be fair, give him credit for what? Exactly? For delivering a message? That's what you want me to do, gang? But the question is why? I don't get it. What's the point? Should I? Whatever. Lot, wait.
Is there anything else you need me to pass along?
Just want to tell you that you did a good job.
Thanks. And thank you for saving me from Georgie.
You were innocent.
Yeah, but still.
Have a good day.
You too. You too.
Vlad went back to the guys. For the rest of the school day, everyone kept talking about the upcoming Kate trial. Meanwhile, the person responsible for the whole charade kept pretending that nothing special was going on. Maybe I can use this chaos to my advantage. I've got to act fast. Talk to Matilda. Talk to Lisa. Talk to Alice. Talk to Kate. Skip every single of those conversations. Can I do that? Is it possible? Can I skip? Then again, we are in class. I probably should not be able to move out of my desk, right? Or something. Let's go like that, whatever. I don't care.
Still want to talk about something?
Yeah, I want to talk about us actually.
What? Huh? No.
Whatever.
I'm very sorry, but it's not a good time for that. I need to go see the nurse. Let's do this after the court, alright?
Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Yeah, that sounded like, you know. I don't care really. Damn it, the court is coming up. Fun hours before the court, I was thinking about my decision. I had a difficult choice to make. Choose from the girls, from my own motives, from my principles, and the time given to me to make it as long past. And each subsequent situation only recalls this, deafeningly ringing the bell of fate. Professor Edmund, as he made it clear, is running out of his patience, which means that you, so MC, should expect to have an extra day for the moral dilemmas. Same as you should dream of the role of Casanova. The small step towards one of the girls will be noted by another. And the only good thing I can leave after myself, such as saving Vic from being expelled from school, is now fraught with failure. No, not really. At least I excluded one factor from this equation. What? As soon as everyone was done with their business, the whole class went to ballroom. I was no exception and followed the team. So imperceptibly, behind the daily adventures of a liar and a womanizer and a... Liar, yes, you are not a womanizer at all, that's bullshit. An amateur detective and a pity speaker, the hour of X crept up on me. I, along with the other classmates, slowly entered the ballroom and took one of the empty seats. At this time, Vic and Matilda have already settled on the stage. Vic was messing around with the pulpit and the journalist, grimly and intently acquainted with the content of papers scattered across the table. The accused entered the hall slamming through the doors, with empty hands and an annoyed, tired look on her face. Everyone froze, watching her step towards the stage.
Let's get this over with.
Due to the size of the hall, each word uttered in full voice echoed, which helped to hear speech clearly and loudly. My childhood friend, that goddamn ugly wench, sitting down at the table on the right opposite the table of Matilda, leaned back in chair, folded her arms and crossed her legs. With all her appearance, she showed indifference to Vick's judicial system. The class president stood up for her chair and started her standard speech announcing the beginning of the process.
So, the hearing of the informal trial is declared open. Today we are hearing the case on the involvement of Catherine Landau, in the disappearance of Alexander Heisenstein, in view of the statement from his parents and the evidence gathered. I, Victoria Rudin, being anonymously elected representative of the class, I act as a judge who monitors order, guides the trial, and also makes the final decision. The prosecution is Matilda Cassin. Have you read the case file? Correct! Kate, you have not chosen a representative from the defensive side. Want to appoint someone now?
I sure do.
Vic raised her eyebrows.
Well, what do you think, Vic? Are there really people here who possess at least a fraction of the knowledge that I do? Huh? I don't need those idiots.
I have to ask you to be more careful with what you're saying.
Katya shrugged in the defense, ignoring the warning.
On the defense side, the accused decided to represent herself. Witnesses are declared and present in the courtroom.
Looking around the auditorium, I did not notice anything remarkable except Tina sitting next to Georgie and leaning on his shoulder. Well.
As usual, the guys from our class were picked as jurors. Jurors? Whatever. The final decision is made by collective voting after the announcement of all the materials of the case and the final debate of the sides. Both sides have the right to express their theory regarding what happened, to present evidence, to call witnesses for questioning. Jurors can also...
Okay, is it jurors or jurors? I don't know why I'm confused by that. It's Geschworene. Geschworene. That's German. Jurors. Okay. I don't know why I was thinking jurors. That's so weird. Whatever. Jurors. Geschworene. Anyway.
Still, I'm asking you to keep the order in the courtroom. No whispers, no phones, turn your electronic devices.
I just had a ping on the phone, by the way, at this moment.
Turn your electronic device to silent mode and basically don't interfere. But remember that each of you has a right to speak.
Having finished the speech she had all but learned by heart, Vic caught her breath, cleared her throat, again leaned on the lecturing desk, folded her arms, and continued. So, since the fact that our classmate's disappearance cannot be taken lightly, we are going to discuss how reasonable it will be to hand the case file over to the law authorities or teachers. We'll have to do it anyway if Alexa is officially declared missing. Alexa, wasn't it Alex? I think it was Alex. But until before it happens, we should find out whether Kate has anything to do with it. Now, I give the floor to the prosecutor, Matilda Krzesińska. That's Polish surname. What the hell? Matilda? Fire away. The prosecutor pulled her papers aside, tidied up her hair, came to the middle of the stage and started in a steady voice.
Comrade members of the jury, Comrade Judge Kate!
Barely perceptible, they exchanged glances full of malice. Kate as ugly as always, I can see.
We all have known Kate very well for a long time. Best student, scientist to be, holder of titles and winner of multiple scientific fairs and contests. Except those in chemistry, where our Alexander outplays her on every front. But most of us know her under the alias of Black Widow. It's no secret that in the past few years, Kate's been changing boyfriends like gloves, never spending more than a week.
Why is it Black Widow and not like a slut? Let's face it.
Never spending more than a week with any of them. This, I think, has played a key role in Alex's disappearance. So the following evidence features in the case.
Matilda came back to the prosecution desk too, took the blank box that had served as a case for speakers, and began extracting items marked with stickers that had numbers scribbled on them. A black plastic bag and a big steel tube with a small dent on it.
To present you with my outlook of the events, I would like to call the first witness, if the court does mind questioning with the witnesses, solely in the trial process, of course.
I have no idea what the hell is written on the banner, by the way.
Kate, do you mind?
Go for it. If it makes things quicker, I don't mind.
I call Alexei Valtutin, whose statement was the reason we organized this trial in the first place.
Who? Oh, okay. I know who that is. Alex, so Kate found herself on Justice's bet list because of him.
Shit! Why didn't anyone tell me anything?
Alex made his way on stage and took his place at the second stand. He swore on the Constitution and spoke the truth and nothing but the truth, put his elbows on the holder and assumed an easy pose, which did nothing to hide the fact that he was visibly nervous. I gotta love how people have to swear on like a Bible in Poland or whatever, which is fucking ridiculous. Hey, Bible? Or maybe it's a Constitution as well. I don't know. But, well, if it's politicians and they swear on, well, let's say Constitution, then, well, they definitely do not live to the rules in it. Definitely. Bunch of piece of shit. Anyway.
So, Alex, please tell the court what you witnessed Friday evening.
Well, sir...
There is no reason to be nervous, Alex. Tell us everything. In whatever way you want.
Well, okay. Oh, you use such a complicated language, I thought I need a dictionary on the legal terms.
Alex, more to the point, before I whack you.
Comrade Judge, I'm being questioned under duress.
Matilda, hold your horses.
Alex stuck his tongue out at his friend. She managed to stifle her anger.
You can beat him up later.
The witness turned pale at once.
In short, Betty, Matilda and I were looking for the rat. At first we thought it was Vlad and I was going to catch him. For a while I was looking for him on school premises. At the dump.
What made you think you could find Vlad at the dump?
Well, I know what if he was still hungry after lunch.
Laughter swept across the hall. It wasn't funny.
Anyway, I was looking for Vlad and somehow got to the yard behind the fence, you know, where the dumpsters are. And I didn't find anyone there. I was just going to return home when I saw Kate walk out of the school basement, which I thought hadn't been open since the building had been constructed, and headed in my direction. She looked at the idea like she was wearing crumpled clothes and all disheveled, and was dragging a garbage bag. It was weird, the bag seemed full and there was something sticking out of it like a stick, visible from the opening. So I was curious. She came to the dumpsters, threw the bag in empty one, turned and went back to school. I waited until she appeared and got in the container to see what was the suspicious thing she tried to get rid of. I thought, what if this can help our investigation? Well, detectives work like that.
Yeah, but they are more interested in dirty laundry.
So open the bag and see.
Wait a moment, witness, I'm sorry to interrupt, but correct me if I'm mistaken. Alex shut up, embarrassedly, fidgeting and shifting his way from one foot to another. Matilda says the initiative, apparently trying to present the picture the way she saw it. I wish the ugly wench on the right would not be in this picture, to be honest. Like, cut it to just Matilda and Vic. Really?
A little earlier, I mentioned that Kate were often involved in relationships that never lasted long.
Wrong voice, but
I admit these are rumors. But still I believe they are directly related to the case. This is what I think happened on that unlucky day.
Why do you say rumors? She's a slut, we know that.
Kate seduced Xander and...
Because he has shit taste?
Huh! Or just some other scheme to trap him. Anyway, Xander was kidnapped and is now kept somewhere on the school premises, presumably in the basement.
The jury began exchanging remarks loudly, clearly skeptical about what they just heard. Still, Matilda was unabashed.
But the kidnapping didn't go as smoothly as Kate would want. Whatever it was she planned to do to Xander, her solitude was interrupted by brazen interference. Alex's eye caught Vlad as he was running out of the basement. Apparently he was scared out of his wits by something he'd seen inside. It's possible it was Xander's dismembered body.
The buzzing voices in the hall became louder, overlapping with Matilda's arguments, which seemed dubious already. Vic, almost ready to throw her desk at the audience, harshly cut off the voices.
So I'll continue. Vlad hardened my suspicions grew stronger, and the evidence I found after we had met Vlad made me even more confident. And Vlad was neutralized by his shock, but took more than one's bare hands to deal with Stefan.
I thought of Kate in the basement and exactly how she was going to deal with me.
Steel pipe.
The girl pointed the evidence number 2 at her desk, which the audience responded with a quiet sigh of surprise.
I found it when I learned Sergio was found in the basement with a fractured skull. I also decided to have a look around the garbage cans. I don't know what I expect to see, but I soon found out the pipe. It was just an ordinary pipe with a weird dent at one end. I thought it looked quite funny. When I examined it, I felt a strong smell and then saw several drops of dried blood. And what do you think? Did I receive the information about it? Whose blood do you think it is?
Matilda took a dramatic pause and the entire hall grew silent. The audience opened their mouths as if inviting flies in.
6th grade student of the school number 6, Alexander Heisensteins.
The audience began whispering, pointing their fingers at Kate. I desperately wanted to rise, straighten up and shout, "Yes! This is the pipe I was knocked out too!"
But there is more!
In the heat of her own speech, the journalist came back to her desk, harshly tore the black back and held something high above her head, which made the audience gasp.
Xander's working smoke!
Classmates began exchanging nervous glances and comments excitedly. Come to think of it, Kate has seen quite a number of naked men. That slut.
To sum it all up, I come to the conclusion that Kate Lando is involved in Xander's disappearance. I don't know why she does it, what's her goal, and who else in her list of victims, but I insist on turning her into the police immediately.
I'm with you on that. Lock her up! Taking down the house with her final one-liner, Matilda returned to her side, wiping her forehead and bowing. Alex watched his friends triumph with his mouth open, clapping his hands. Vic, dispassionate as always, banged her fist on the table and shouted for the audience to quiet. They did. Do we have to read her lines? I don't give a fuck about Kate. She can go to hell.
I give the floor to defendant Kent, slut Lando. Please tell what happened as you see it.
The scientist to be not, gave her a prosecutor glance full of admirable composure and stared through her glasses. And considered a slight grin appeared on her face. Of course, Your Honor. The girl slowly got up from her chair, took off her glasses, put them on the pile that allegedly contained proof she was guilty of the crime, went forward to the audience and started, emphasizing the phrases that seemed to her especially ludicrous.
If you forgive me, I would like to save the court's time and avoid long-winded speeches whose sole purpose is creating intrigue and drama.
Okay, thank you. Go sit. You are guilty.
After all these stand-up pompous speeches by the comic journalists and her dumb-friendly inappropriate to put it mildly.
Oh my god, shut.
We're here for a trial and not for a free stand-up night.
Okay, then fucking start and end it.
First of all, I have to warn you, I'll omit a number of details Matilda had mentioned in her speech for the prosecution.
Oh my god, I don't care. I'll be skipping like that, by the way.
But how can she try to make it look like a suspense chase thriller by interpreting facts, events, and rumors in the way that suits her fantasy? The truth is much simpler. I called the first witness who will prove I have an alibi.
A witness? You have a witness?
Yeah, it's Vlad. Vlad, get out from under that screen.
Shifting his way from one foot to another and looking down, Vlad comes on stage with uncertain steps. Looking frightened, he turned to Kate, who nodded at him.
So, Vlad, my first question is, how did you get to the basement?
Well, my guys were looking for me. I thought I could run on them and wanted to teach me a lesson, but luckily...
We don't care if it was luck or not, Vlad. Leave it to your friends. Yes.
Kate snorted.
My second question is, did you see me in the basement?
No.
That's all.
Objection, Your Honor.
Matilda's desk was shaking, almost turning upside down.
The witness didn't necessarily have to see the defendant. This is doublespeak. He could have seen the result of her actions, which is equally important as evidence. Sustained? Kate, please phrase your question differently.
No problem, Vlad. Tell us what you saw in the basement.
Darkness, probably. Vlad began rubbing his right hand anxiously, as if suffering from sudden edema.
Nothing?
Objection! You can't see nothing. There is plenty of trash in the basement. He was bound to see something. Sustained? Vlad? What exactly was the nothing you saw in the basement?
Well, it was too dark to see anything clearly. When my eyes got more or less used to the darkness, I saw old tools, pipes, dysfunctional switches.
Corpses, human limbs, bones?
Big gave her friend a severe glance, who lapsed into obedient silence.
No, I didn't think anything like this.
Thank you, Vlad. This is all.
The audience grew uneasy again. I think I did not read the previous line. The audience grew uneasy again, but now the sore faces of the jury members clearly expressed doubts and not about Kate's evidence. Accuse Kate. Watch silently. Stand up for Kate. Stand up for Kate. You've got to be
Shitting me! I will never stand up for her. She can go to hell. That slut.
I will not protect her. You can be sure of that. Let's accuse her. We were there. We know everything. Let's do it. Guilty! I screamed at the top of my lungs to attract the attention I needed. I witnessed it myself. I've recently been to the basement and discovered a secret laboratory, a terrible place where blood curdling experiments are held. There are some refrigerators with people locked inside. My classmates were exchanging glasses, some of them clearly thinking I'm crazy. This infuriated me. It's true, I swear. We can go there now. If you don't believe me, let's go together. I'll show you.
I hope you all heard that. Stefan fell prey to this female femme fatale. As well. Behave, Matilda.
When were you here and not yet under prisoner of mine?
You let me go yourself, bitch.
I have no more questions.
The audience burst into laughter. I shrunk back into my chair, embarrassed, trying to blend in with the upholstery. Matilda rushes into the battle again.
And how do you explain the blood on the pipe, huh? And the smoke? Stick to the rules, Matilda. Okay.
Kate was almost dancing, clearly enjoying getting on Matilda's nerves.
I'm not going to explain anything. I'll leave it to the person whose blood you found and whose rope you're flaunting.
Matilda said in a loud, clear voice. The girl jumped up from behind her desk and pointed her finger threateningly at Kate. The classmates got loud again. Kate's defense fell apart completely, and the current of doubts and conclusive evidence was too strong to be stopped. The humming of my classmates was so strong that it easily got over even Vic's deathly threats. The doors flew open and the noise interrupted the buzzing voices in the courtroom. We started the entrance and experienced a short but utter shock. Most jury members opened their mouths in surprise. I could barely believe my eyes. It was Xander, who we've never seen before. Safe and sound, fully dressed. Slightly disheveled, his hair tousled, his face unwashed. But it was really him? What the hell?
Kate called me and asked me to be witness at the trial.
No one could say a word. Everyone looked mesmerized by the sight.
To be honest, it took me a while to agree, especially because I knew how often she stole from me. But what's true is true. I disappeared and definitely wasn't kidnapped. I spent the week in the lab, got carried away with my research, and one of the chemical reactions I was working on probably worked as a sleeping agent. In short, I'm fine. Kate's not to blame, at least not for having kidnapped me.
And a pipe with your blood on it, Xander? And a smoke?
I have no idea where you got them from. This is really weird, but I did lose my smoke, and no one hit me on the head.
Xander said his goodbyes and left. Every person in the room, except me of course, stared severely at Matilda. The poor girl retreated cautiously, as if expecting the crowd to tear her to pieces at any moment.
But...
The young journalist repeated, realizing to her dismay that all her evidence was no use, and her reputation shredded. Matilda didn't wait until the audience started discussing her fiasco, sneering at her or judging her actions, and hurried to the exit, hiding her face covered in tears. The classmates followed her with sympathetic looks and, one by one, began leaving the room as well. This sucks. I hope that bitch Kate would get her well-deserved punishment. I went outside and took a full breath. The day at school was over, but I felt no relief. Next to the porch there stood Tina and Georgie. A lovely couple winked sweetly at each other like a newlyweds before their wedding night. A shiver ran through my body. As soon as they noticed me watching them, they quit their flirting. Oh, Tina. I was now calling the girl I only recently took pains to avoid.
Stefan!
The baby drew, uncertainly watching George's reaction. He's next to her, indifferent. Going home, do you want to join?
Sorry, I'm going with Georgie.
Well, we can all go together then. I blurted out.
We go different ways, Stefan. You know that.
I pursed my lips, trying to look nonchalant. Oh yeah! As soon as they left, I winced as my face melted in despair and anger I felt. What the hell? I was all but pushing girls away. I felt the center of the universe, and yet it was enough to lose just one girl to feel green with jealousy. Well, to be fair, that was our goal, for you to not have a single girlfriend. We cannot allow them to ruin their lives for you, MC. You're terrible. If you know who couldn't think of living without me preferred Georgie over me, does it mean that the ring has lost its effect? No. Or at least some of its power? No. Anyway, something's wrong here, and if I don't act soon, nothing will help me. Find Alice. Run after Matilda. Meet with Kate. Talk to Lisa. How about we don't do any of that? Can we skip like all of that? Just like go home. Like you would do because you're a fucking loser. Fuck it. Let's go after Matilda. We'll see what's gonna happen. I've gathered all my remaining courage and decided to just go see Matilda. Standing at the photo room door, I felt my heart pounding so hard it felt as if it was going to choke me.
You also think I'm paranoid? Matilda,
How are you, friend? Feeling better?
Not now, Alex.
Alright, I get it. Say no more.
Stu, wait. Please stay.
She spoke dryly, indifferently, as if her stream of emotions had dried up, draining her feelings. During the trial, everything you said about Kate, her involvement in the kidnappings of the students, her whole operation, well, just so you know, I'm totally on her side.
Really? You don't think I'm crazy?
I smirked cheerfully, hoping it would cheer Matilda up. I smirked cheerfully, hoping it would cheer her up, okay? No, no, of course not. Only a little, a little. The girl laughed, but her facial expression changed quickly. You're only saying that to make me like you. It's quite possible that that's exactly what I'm doing, yeah. No, it's not. We want you to not like him. Oh, Stu. The girl giggled, turning my subtle hint into a joke again. Don't laugh. If you don't believe me, I will prove it to you.
Oh, yeah?
I nodded yes.
Then tell me, who are you?
Huh. Ask me anything you like. I'm an open book.
Stop trying to make a fool out of me.
Huh?
Your transfer paperwork indicates that you live far away from the street where I've met you the other day. It's really hard to believe that you don't know the guy who's living in the same building as you, who is your peer and whose place you took in our class. That's impossible. No, let me finish. When I developed the photos of you, for some reason they turned out to be photos of Serge. Think about it. That same Serge, your neighbor and my classmate.
I felt cold shivers running through my
Body, the hair at the back of my head stood up.
My arm was itching as someone put steel wool on it. Matilda, the lie detector, was staring right into my soul with her green eyes.
So the logical conclusion is that someone planted these pictures of Serge and disposed of the photos I took of you. But who would do that? And most importantly, why?
I can explain everything. Actually, I don't think so.
No, I'm not finished yet. At the same time that I want to ask you to retake the photos, the principal came to see me. Professor Dormer, as if he had magically read my mind, came in to tell me that there is no need to retake the picture. He said that there are pictures in the database, and that my help was no longer needed. Yeah, and by the way, you're not in the database either. The database only contains your transfer paperwork and nothing else. It's so damn weird. And so now I'm going to ask you again, Stefan, if that's even your real name. Who the hell are you?
There was silence. Matilda, having destroyed my legend, what legend, was waiting for an answer, and I kept coming up with one excuse after the other, even though deep down I was ready to take off the ring and beg her for forgiveness. Yeah, right. Like I would believe that. But unfortunately, none of my excuses weren't even remotely believable enough to convince a 4-year-old, and I was the one feeling like a 4-year-old. Stupid, defenseless, pinned down by the indisputable arguments of my parents. Suddenly realized that Matilda would make a good mom.
What?
Or even that.
The fuck are you talking about?
So anyway, if I take off my ring, my cover will be blown and performing the ritual will be out of the question. If I do choose to side with Matilda and show her who I really am and confess my feelings, then I think that I will simply discredit myself. From what? From being a piece of shit? You will always be. Exactly that. Because it wasn't me who decided to tell her the truth myself. She pressured me into doing it. No, that won't work.
I knew it.
Sorry?
You're a dick, Stu. You really are. As I thought you were sent to spy on me.
What?
You heard me. I figured it out right away as soon as Serge disappeared and you were assigned to our class. You were too nice to me, too polite.
No, I wasn't. So it wasn't because of my great manners or good education. Ha! But you don't have any of that, Serge.
I was hoping that it was just my imagination running wild. I swear, Matilda, I'm no spy. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Who needs to be spying on you and why?
Because of this, of course.
What the hell? Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Right, what the hell, and so on.
How else would I describe my disbelief?
What are you, a cyborg?
Why are you acting so surprised? Isn't this why you were sent to spy on me? Well, here I am. Like I've said, nobody sent me. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh my god, that's some hand you have.
Well, at least now I know how come you're so strong. The girl pulled the fake skin back on her arm and straightened the sleeve of her jacket.
So, you're not a KGB agent?
No! But if it's any consolation, I know someone who knows a KGB agent.
Dummy.
I laughed nervously. I was still in shock.
Who are you then? Oh, no, not that again.
Someone who wants to help you. I suggest you solve the kidnappings committed by Kate and close that case.
You're dodging my questions. I can't trust someone whose biography is so murky.
You've confided in me already, and since I'm a spy, there's nothing left for you to do that. Do but follow my commands.
Is that a threat?
Think of it as a friendly offer.
Huh?
As soon as we expose Kate's operation, I promise I'll tell you everything. You'll know me better than my own mother.
If you're really a spy, you don't have much of a choice anyway. Sooner or later, you will turn me over to the authorities.
Go on now, is she for real? What's next? The Illuminati? The Masons? The world government? Russia having an actual powerful army? I had to add that, okay? Let's face it.
And if you're not a spy, if you're just a guy who is for some reason forced to conceal his true identity, so innocuous even the principal vouches for him, well in that case I'm not losing anything.
Not only you are not losing, you are winning. After all, you'll be the one to expose Kate.
I'd like that. I'd like that.
Well then, let's not waste time. Take the crowbar and come with me to the basement. I know where her secret hideout is.
What a coincidence. This morning I got the key to the basement to later take a look around it by myself. I mean, with Alex, but I mean, if the spy exists.
I do. I'll do. Let's go. It seems to be that not only is she amused by the fact that I might be a spy, but she also is drawn to danger, especially now that we are going to the basement and she can't really tell whether her partner is a friend or foe. I don't know, are we close to the ending or what?
I hope you're armed. I don't really like dark places.
They don't give out service weapons for unauthorized secret missions. We only get them when we are on duty. Follow me.
I can't see anything behind you.
How come we don't have a flashlight? You don't need to see anything. Hold on to my jacket and try not to step on anything.
Oh, what the hell? Who's that?
Damn it, I forgot that Alex and Georgie have locked Stan in the basement.
Is this one of her victims?
Seems that way. Keep walking.
Are you out of your mind? We can't leave him like this.
Why not?
We have to untie him and let him go. Who knows what might happen to him while he's lying on the cold floor like tied up like this.
Nothing's going to happen to him. We'll come back for him as soon as I show you where Kate's hideout is. If we wake him up and untie him, he'll start panic and ruin everything for us. Let him be. Look at him snoring peacefully over there. Probably he's dreaming of getting back at his abusers.
One abuser.
Yeah, right. Abuser. Let's go.
Let's go.
Matilda answered with uncertainty and followed me. By the way, since you opened up to me already, how did you get that prosthetic?
It's a secret design. The tests for this design haven't been finished yet, but we are already using it. One might say that I'm one of the test subjects.
How do your parents agree to this?
So you think I'd be better off without a hand?
Huh? I guess you're right.
I've lost my hand in an accident this summer. We're on our way back from the Carpathians, and everything was going great until our car got hit by a truck.
Yeah, that can really kill the mood. What? Yeah, it was not funny at all. I agree with her. What the fuck? Jesus Christ, this guy is such a piece of shit.
Alright.
Very soon, even though I didn't have a map this time, we got to the lab. The switches that had to be turned on to open the door were already on, but to our surprise there was no one inside the hideout.
Hell, holy piece of shit, Joseph, you fucking idiot Stalin. Is this true or am I dreaming?
Don't make such a noise.
Yeah, I'm trying. Well, did you see that? Did you see that?
Yep, that's where Kate brings the guys she kidnapped. Well, I mean, she charms them into coming here. Even though she's ugly as fuck.
Exactly, charms them. How did you find out about this place then?
I was looking for blood. It wasn't because I was into Kate. It's what you're implying, if that's what you're implying.
No, I was just making conversation. And these fridges with windows, what are they for? Are they?
I slightly nodded to confirm her suspicion.
We need to take a picture of everything here and send it to the police.
Ow. Since the journalist always carried her trusty camera with her, she took pictures of everything she found. The lab itself, the jars and vials, some of which contain the missing chemicals. Ow. Matilda also took pictures of the cryogenic chambers that were empty for some reason. Almost instinctively, I wanted to look through the contents of the laptop's hard drive. The laptop was left alone on the table amidst a bunch of papers. Access to the files was password protected. Not daring to try my luck and find out if Kate used my name as password, I left the computer alone and immediately switched to the papers that were scattered around it. That was a good call. Matilda, come here now. Now.
Now! What is it? Did you find something?
You're not gonna believe this. Among the records of research on cell regeneration, the effects of atypical combinations of chemicals in the body and blood, as well as cryogenic sleep immersion procedures, I found this. I handed a heavy folder in a worn-out cover entitled Experiment 326 Artificial Body Parts to Matilda. Say what? And on the very first page, we saw a picture of Matilda's prosthetic arm. Matilda pulled back the artificial skin on her arm again, comparing the prosthetic with the picture in the folder.
Well, now I know why these scientists are wanted by the KGB.
Wanted?
Some spy you are, man. I'm not even... Alright, I trust you. I told you this design is legal, and apparently my prosthetic is only one part of this research. Judging by these materials, they want to recreate a synthetic man. I don't think these experiments will be very well received by the state and the public.
I wonder how far they've gotten.
I know, but I realized something else. This lab, for pretty dusty and untidy, is in pretty good condition. The first owners left in a hurry. They left some papers and didn't bother to break the equipment that Kate seems to be using now.
These two have done a tremendous job. They were far ahead of all the modern developments of contemporary engineers and biologists. They wonder. It's sad really that they disappeared without seeing the results of their work. Isn't it right, Matilda?
It's over, Kate. We have the high ground. Surrender and we'll escort you to the nearest police station.
Matilda's right, Kate. I'm sure that this will be the best outcome for all of us. Kate started laughing.
Do you really think that? I'm so stupid I wouldn't expect this.
You don't stand a chance, Kate. You're outnumbered. I can cripple you forever in one move. Think about it.
Someone's going to get hurt anyway.
Seriously, Kate grabbed Matilda and put a scalpel at her throat.
This is your plan B, mastermind, bitch?
What do you expect? The hidden traps in the floor, spikes coming from the ceiling, zombie guards at the door.
Well, if you took off your mask and it turned out that you were a phantomas, I'd be surprised.
Enough chit-chat, who? Alright, Stu, pass me the syringe from the table over there, and don't worry, it's a sedative.
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything. Let Matilda go.
Either you do as there, I will cut her throat, and then I'll put a scalpel through your head.
I swallowed the lump in my throat.
What are you doing with my prosthetic?
Think of it as insurance. Stu, are you deaf? Give me the sedative and I promise I won't hurt anyone, isn't it right, Matilda?
No, it's not.
Wow, that's amazing!
Matilda, be careful. I got it. I got it.
Your prosthetic is truly a work of art. I had no idea it was so good in real life. You're insane.
Sorry.
You're insane.
Matilda, leave her. Now we have proof, and we all have to do is to make it public.
You're right. Let's get out of here. Let that bitch hide wherever she wants. The important thing is that now she'll never show up at our school again. I suggest you don't get up, Kate.
Matilda and I soon found ourselves at the basement entrance, under the stairwell. Without stopping to catch our breath, we kept running as fast as we could.
Not so fast!
An axe? Are you completely out of your mind? I mean insane?
Shut up, damn you, otherwise I'll chop you off first!
Of course, I don't mind leaving this world as a hero, especially now when the opportunity has presented itself. I could just jump Kate across the way, knock her out with a blow to the head, and accept my Matilda's kiss sitting on top of her dead body as befits the winner. Whether or not I need it, or would I rather become a magician, is a decision I can make later. But let's be realistic. Kate is a serious opponent, and I said to give up on the tempting idea of letting her behead me with one swift blow.
Kate, stop it! It's not funny anymore! You know what my prosthetic is capable of. Don't test me.
I will worry its functionality so that we ripped off some of the wiring while I was holding you in the basement.
Bitch!
Oh, what haven't you noticed? Well, that's too bad. Soon your arm will become so weak that you won't be able to lift it.
Well then, let's not waste any time.
Matilda swiftly jumped towards Kate, but Kate cleverly dodged the blow like a snake, which is surprising given and wounded her classmate in the leg. The young journalist, who was not ready for this, started moving from side to side like a dancing boxer.
Oh!
Almost crying in pain, Matilda screamed. She suffered multiple stab wounds, wounds which were more serious than initially thought.
Bitch, you're testing my patience!
Seeing as Kate was consumed with her fight with Matilda, I, having weighed all pros and cons, decided to make a desperate attempt to save the journalist.
Ugh! Take this!
Kate, who seemed to have lost concentration, skillfully ducked, thus avoiding the deadly blow coming from Matilda. Unfortunately.
Ha!
Really? Kate chopped off Matilda's prosthetic with one swift swing of her hatchet. The journalist's only weapon fell crashing to the floor. She was looking at the stump she now had instead of her hand in horror. Blood oozed out her veins that surrounded the rest of the structure. She still implanted her arm.
Well, that sort of all this stuff doesn't interest me at all. But the fusion of skin, nerve, circulatory system, and metal is pretty fascinating.
Matilda tries to get up, but Kate kicked her back on the floor with a simple kick to the chest.
Resistance is futile.
Why are we not interrupting? Matilda was defeated. She was helpless, wounded, and unable to hold back the tears and cries of despair any longer.
Kate, please!
Stop whining, no one is going to.
Last chance. Hey. I struggled to speak after that blow to the stomach. Kate, you fucking bitch. Having heard my real voice, Kate froze like a marble statue. Matilda passed out, but not because she saw the real me, but because of the rapid blood loss.
Huh? Sergey?
Yeah, it's me.
What the hell are you doing here?
Kate mumbled. Yes, I took the ring off. I want you to stop all of this, you wench. I could barely speak.
Why, Sergey, how did you get here? Did I hit you? Is it really you?
It's me, Kate. You slut.
It's just not possible, I can't believe my eyes.
Well, you should. Look what you've become. You almost killed us for your experiment, bitch. Look at what you've done with Matilda, you wench. Kate froze. She stared at me in disbelief.
How did this happen? I was following the call of science.
No, you didn't. No, you weren't. She looked at herself, looked at her hands covered in blood.
Was this some kind of dream, a terrible nightmare? Otherwise, how can your being here be explained? Yes, it is a dream. I'm so sorry for what I did, the time at the park. And then you disappeared. I called you and I wrote to you. You didn't answer. Why did you answer? Why, baby? Look at what I've become. This isn't right. This isn't normal. I don't want to be a monster. I don't want to. Can we still be friends? Please don't leave me anymore. Please, Serge. Please forgive me.
Please, give me the answer. I want... Why would you hug her? What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh my god, I fucking hate this game so much. I hate this game so much. Why would you do this? Say no to her. God damn it, she doesn't deserve forgiveness or anything. Ugh. Two pieces of shits on the screen right now. I approached her slowly and carefully and then embraced the poor girl. She's not poor though. She hugged me back, quietly sobbing, with her face resting on my shoulder.
Forgive me, Serge. Forgive me.
It's alright. It's gonna be okay. I'm right here. And I'll never forgive you. That's what you should be saying. I felt chills running up down her body. I slowly took the syringe from her hands. Okay, use it on her now. Okay, Serge. Nice. You are getting points from me, actually. And I stuck it in her neck. A strong sedative worked almost instantly, just as I thought it would. The girl passed out in my arms, and I gently put her on the floor. Actually, could have just thrown her, to be honest. No one would have a problem with that. I hope it was worth it. While Matilda remained unconscious, I put the ring back on and called 911. Police and ambulance, black cars and with blinkers, all of this now decorated the grounds of our precious school. Pretty soon there were no unsolved mysteries within the walls of our educational institution. People in raincoats and suits promptly secured the perimeter and conducted a large-scale sweep. Despite the fact that Kate's mind was hazy from the rock, she was handcuffed and taken to an unknown destination without any delay. We got patched up by a doctor, got a bandage, they even gave us a blanket and some chocolate. Of course, people in suits were very interested in Matilda's prosthetic limb, but eventually they decided that it wasn't the most urgent issue in this case. Matilda and I sat next to each other, sharing a blanket. We were quiet for a long time. We needed to figure out what to say to each other. Is this a dream?
I hope it is.
It's been a rough morning. Morning? Well, I think we have to end the episode then. We'll continue tomorrow, because I want to get some sleep. You know what? I'm glad that's what he did there. Points for him. For once he did something right. For once he did something right. We are getting rid of Kate. That's how it's supposed to be done. That's right. Whew. Alright, anywho. That's like a super lengthy episode. Almost 1.5 hours. Hope you enjoyed. Consider liking. Subscribe if you haven't already. That would be very much appreciated. If I'm correct, we are still not there yet, right? I think we are still not there yet. When I'm recording, at least. Let's see quickly. Slowly, actually. Alright, we are actually there. So, subscribe, because we are going after 2,500 now. That's right. The journey continues. Yeah, the journey continues. We'll play more games. We'll continue with Fruitcake. And we'll play more games. Yeah. So join us. It's totally worth it. I think it is. I think it is. I think the videos are turning out quite alright now. Anywho, I'm going to sleep. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful night. And come here tomorrow as well. Bye bye.